You know, sometimes it feels like our bodies have a different set of rules as we get older. Doesn't it? Things that didn't bother us in our younger years suddenly seem to catch up. You might find yourself feeling sluggish after a meal, dealing with aches that weren't there before, or maybe you're just not bouncing back with the energy you used to have. It's easy to just shrug it off as getting older. But what if I told you that a lot of these common complaints aren't just inevitable parts of aging? What if they're linked to some surprisingly common things we eat every single day? There's a kind of secret, a powerful truth, hidden in our pantries and refrigerators. Small changes to what we put on our plates can make a monumental difference in how we feel, how much energy we have, and how well our bodies work for us. In this video, we're going to uncover the truth about 4 specific foods that are quietly undermining your health and vitality right now. And more importantly, we're going to reveal 4 fantastic alternatives that can help you feel younger, stronger, and more vibrant. Stick with me until the very end because I've got something that might genuinely surprise you and change the way you think about your next meal. Let's start right now with the first food that many of us have probably enjoyed for years, perhaps even thinking it was a convenient or comforting choice, but which can become a real burden on our bodies as we age. I'm talking about those ultra-processed meats. Things like hot dogs, sausages, bacon, and many deli meats. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I've always eaten bacon and I'm fine. And yes, moderation is always key, but the frequency and the cumulative effect of these foods become much more significant as our bodies change. Why are these particularly problematic for those of us over 60? Well, there are several reasons. Firstly, they're often loaded with sodium. Our kidneys become less efficient at processing excess salt as we age, which can contribute to higher blood pressure, putting extra strain on our hearts and increasing the risk of strokes and other cardiovascular issues, even if your blood pressure is currently managed. Reducing your sodium intake is a proactive step your body will thank you for. Secondly, these processed meats contain preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. While these compounds help keep the meat looking fresh and prevent bacterial growth, research suggests they can be converted into something called nitrosamines in the body, which are known carcinogens. While the link is complex and debated, many health organizations advise limiting intake of these foods. For an aging body, which may already be dealing with accumulated cellular damage over decades, reducing exposure to potential carcinogens is just plain smart. Beyond the salt and preservatives, these foods are typically high in saturated fat and cholesterol. While our understanding of dietary fat has evolved, excessive saturated fat can still negatively impact cholesterol levels in many people, contributing to plaque buildup in arteries. This isn't just about your heart. Poor circulation can affect everything from brain health to mobility and wound healing. Our bodies are less forgiving of this kind of dietary stress as we get older. We need to be fueling our systems with nutrients that support artery flexibility and healthy blood flow, not hinder it. Think about it. Every cell in your body needs a good supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered via your bloodstream. Clogged or stiff arteries make that job harder, impacting everything from your energy levels to your cognitive function. Furthermore, processed meats are often low in beneficial fiber and other essential nutrients. They fill you up. Yes, but they don't provide the rich array of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that an aging body desperately needs to repair itself, fight inflammation, and maintain muscle mass. Instead, they can contribute to inflammation, which is a root cause of many age-related diseases, including arthritis, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. That nagging joint pain, the fatigue that doesn't seem to go away, inflammation could be playing a role, and highly processed foods are major contributors to stoking that inflammatory fire within your body. So, what should you reach for instead? This is where we introduce our first superstar replacement food: lean sources of protein, particularly fatty fish. Now, I know fatty fish might sound counterintuitive after talking about saturated fat, but the fat in fish, like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring, is the good kind, omega-3 fatty acids. These are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. Remember how we talked about inflammation contributing to aches and pains? Omega-3s work to cool that down. They are incredible for heart health, helping to lower blood pressure and triglycerides. But the benefits don't stop there. Omega-3s are crucial for brain health. They literally build brain cells and are linked to better memory and reduced risk of cognitive decline. As we age, maintaining cognitive function is a top priority for so many of us, and food plays a direct role. Swapping that sausage for some baked salmon a couple of times a week is like giving your brain a really healthy workout. Fatty fish is also an excellent source of high-quality protein. Maintaining muscle mass is critical as we age. We lose muscle naturally, a process called sarcopenia, which can lead to weakness, mobility issues, and increased risk of falls. Getting enough protein helps counteract this. Unlike processed meats, fish protein is easily digestible and comes packaged with those amazing omega-3 fats and other nutrients like vitamin D, which is often deficient in older adults and crucial for bone health, and selenium, a powerful antioxidant. How can you make this swap easy instead of bacon for breakfast? Try smoked salmon on whole grain toast. For lunch, swap deli meat sandwiches for tuna salad made with Greek yogurt instead of mayo, or add some canned sardines to a salad. For dinner, aim for baked or grilled salmon or mackerel a couple of times a week instead of processed sausages. Even small, oily fish like sardines are packed with nutrition, and you can find them canned, which is very convenient. They're great on crackers or added to pasta sauces. Making these simple switches consistently can lead to significant improvements in your energy levels, reduce inflammatory pain, support your heart, and keep your brain sharper. It feels like a big change, but it's really just about reprioritizing nutrients. We're swapping foods that take from our health for foods that give back in abundance. Now that we've looked at why processed meats are less than ideal and how fatty fish can be a powerful ally, let's shift our focus to another common culprit that many of us might not even think twice about. Now that we've discussed processed meats and the fantastic benefits of fatty fish, let's talk about another area that can really undermine our health as we get older: sugary drinks. This includes soda, fruit juices with added sugar, sweetened teas, and even many sports drinks. It might seem obvious that guzzling sugary drinks isn't the picture of health, but the extent of the harm, especially for older adults, is often underestimated. When we consume large amounts of sugar in liquid form, it hits our bloodstream very quickly. This causes a rapid spike in blood sugar, which then triggers a surge of insulin to bring it back down. Over time, this constant roller coaster ride puts a massive strain on our pancreas and can lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. And diabetes isn't just about managing blood sugar. It increases the risk of heart disease, kidney problems, nerve damage, and even affects vision. For an aging body, which might already have a slower metabolism and be more prone to blood sugar fluctuations, this is a serious concern. Beyond diabetes risk, the empty calories in sugary drinks contribute to weight gain, particularly around the midsection. This visceral fat, the kind that wraps around our organs, is particularly unhealthy and is linked to inflammation and a higher risk of chronic diseases. Carrying excess weight, especially as we get older, puts extra stress on our joints, making conditions like arthritis worse and reducing mobility. It also makes everyday activities harder, impacting our independence and quality of life. But the problems with sugary drinks don't stop there. They provide zero nutritional value, yet they are packed with calories. These empty calories mean you're consuming energy without getting any beneficial vitamins, minerals, or fiber that your body needs. This can make it harder to get the nutrients you do need from other foods, potentially leading to deficiencies. Furthermore, the high sugar content can negatively impact your gut health, feeding unhealthy bacteria and potentially leading to digestive issues like bloating and gas. A healthy gut is crucial for nutrient absorption, immune function, and even mood. And disrupting that balance with excessive sugar is detrimental. Think about the effect on your energy levels. That quick sugar rush is always followed by a crash. This can leave you feeling more tired and lethargic than before, creating a cycle of needing another sugary fix. As we age, maintaining stable energy levels is key to staying active and engaged. And these drinks work directly against that goal. They also contribute to inflammation throughout the body, adding to the burden we discussed earlier. So, what's the refreshing alternative that offers genuine benefits instead of empty calories and health risks? Our second must-choose food category is simply water, infused with natural flavors. This might sound too basic, but staying properly hydrated is one of the most fundamental and impactful things you can do for your health at any age. And it becomes even more critical as we get older. Our sense of thirst can diminish slightly, and our body's ability to regulate fluids can change, making us more susceptible to dehydration. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, dizziness, confusion, and even kidney problems. It also affects digestion, joint lubrication, and the health of our skin. Swapping sugary drinks for water provides hydration without any negative side effects. But plain water can feel a bit boring sometimes. Right. That's where the infused with natural flavors comes in. Forget sugary juices or sodas. Add slices of cucumber, lemon, lime, orange, or berries to your water pitcher. Mint leaves, ginger, or even a sprig of rosemary can add a refreshing twist. This gives you flavor without the sugar, chemicals, and artificial ingredients. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps keep your metabolism functioning efficiently, aids in digestion by preventing constipation, helps transport nutrients to your cells, and flushes out waste products. It helps maintain blood volume, supporting healthy blood pressure and circulation. For cognitive function, staying hydrated is essential. Dehydration can lead to fuzzy thinking and difficulty concentrating. That feeling of being a bit off. Sometimes, it's just your body crying out for water. Making the switch is simple. Start by replacing just one sugary drink a day with a large glass of flavored water. Keep a water bottle or pitcher of infused water readily available throughout the day. Drink a glass first thing in the morning. Have water with your meals instead of soda or juice. If you're going out, bring your own water bottle. It might feel like a small change, but consistent hydration is a cornerstone of good health, directly impacting your energy, digestion, joint comfort, and overall well-being. It's amazing how much better you can feel when you're simply giving your body what it truly needs. Next, we'll dive into another common food type that's causing hidden problems. Moving on from sugary drinks and processed meats, let's shine a light on another food category that can quietly wreak havoc as we age. Refined carbohydrates and excessive baked goods. Think white bread, pasta made from refined flour, white rice, crackers, cookies, cakes, pastries, and many breakfast cereals. These foods have been stripped of their fiber and many nutrients during processing. While they might provide a quick burst of energy, it's very short-lived, much like the sugary drinks we just discussed. The problem is, they cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, similar to liquid sugar, though perhaps slightly slower due to being solid food. This again puts stress on the insulin system and contributes to the risk of type 2 diabetes and weight gain, particularly that stubborn belly fat we mentioned. For aging bodies, the lack of fiber in refined carbohydrates is a major issue. Fiber is crucial for digestive health, helping to prevent constipation, which is a very common complaint among older adults. Constipation isn't just uncomfortable, it can lead to other issues and impact overall well-being. Fiber also helps you feel fuller for longer, which can aid in weight management, and it plays a role in maintaining healthy cholesterol levels. When you eat refined carbs, you miss out on all these benefits. Beyond the digestive issues and blood sugar spikes, foods made with refined flour often lack the essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants found in whole grains. For example, when wheat is refined into white flour, the bran and germ are removed, taking with them B vitamins, iron, magnesium, and fiber. While some nutrients might be added back in enriched flour, it's rarely the full spectrum found naturally in the whole grain, and the beneficial fiber is still missing. As we age, our bodies need more nutrient density from our food, not less, to support cellular repair, immune function, and energy production. Relying on refined carbs means you're eating calories that don't bring much nutritional value to the table. Furthermore, regularly consuming refined carbohydrates can contribute to chronic inflammation in the body. This adds to the inflammatory burden from other unhealthy foods and environmental factors, potentially worsening conditions like arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and even impacting cognitive function. That afternoon slump you might feel after a sandwich made with white bread, or the sluggishness after a big bowl of white pasta. That's the sugar crash after the initial spike, fueled by foods lacking the sustained energy release that fiber provides. So, what should we be choosing instead of these refined offenders? Our third powerful alternative is whole grains and fiber-rich complex carbohydrates. This means foods like whole wheat bread and pasta, brown rice, quinoa, oats, barley, lentils, beans, and starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes. The key difference here is that these foods contain the entire grain kernel or are naturally high in complex carbohydrates and fiber. Why are these so good for us, especially as we age? Firstly, the fiber. Fiber helps slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, preventing those sharp spikes and crashes. This provides more sustained energy, helps manage blood sugar levels, and supports healthy insulin response. This is incredibly important for preventing or managing diabetes. The fiber also acts as a prebiotic, feeding the beneficial bacteria in your gut, which, as we mentioned, is vital for overall health, including immune function and mood. And, of course, it keeps your digestive system running smoothly, preventing constipation and promoting regularity. Whole grains and legumes are also nutritional powerhouses. They provide those essential B vitamins needed for energy metabolism, minerals like iron, magnesium, and zinc, and various antioxidants that help protect your cells from damage. Magnesium, for example, is crucial for muscle and nerve function, blood sugar control, and blood pressure regulation, all things that become increasingly important as we age. Many older adults don't get enough magnesium, and choosing whole grains is a great way to boost intake naturally. Sweet potatoes, another excellent complex carb, are packed with vitamin A, important for vision and immune health, and vitamin C, along with fiber. Lentils and beans are fantastic sources of protein and fiber, making them incredibly filling and nutritious. Swapping white rice for brown rice or quinoa, choosing whole wheat pasta, having oatmeal for breakfast instead of sugary cereal, and incorporating lentils or beans into soups, stews, or salads are simple, effective ways to make this crucial dietary shift. Imagine starting your day with a bowl of oatmeal with berries and nuts instead of a sugary pastry. You'll feel more energized, stay full longer, and give your body a fantastic dose of fiber and nutrients. Or making chili with plenty of beans and serving it with a small amount of brown rice. These choices don't just help manage blood sugar and weight, they contribute to lower inflammation, better heart health, and improved digestion, all contributing to feeling more comfortable and energetic in your daily life. It's about choosing fuel that burns steadily and provides lasting benefits, rather than a quick, fleeting spark followed by fatigue. Now, let's uncover the final food group that needs careful consideration, and its much better alternative. Next up on our list of foods to be wary of as we navigate our 60s and beyond are foods high in trans fats and excessive unhealthy saturated fats. Often found in fried foods, commercial baked goods like donuts and pastries, margarine, especially older types, and some processed snacks. While trans fats have been largely phased out of many products in some regions, they can still lurk in certain items, and excessive saturated fat remains a concern. Trans fats are particularly damaging. They are artificially created fats that raise your bad cholesterol LDL and lower your good cholesterol HDL. A terrible combination for heart health. They also contribute significantly to inflammation throughout the body. For an aging cardiovascular system that may already have some degree of hardening or narrowing arteries, adding trans fats into the mix is like throwing fuel on a fire. Excessive saturated fat, primarily from animal products and some tropical oils, can also raise LDL cholesterol in many people. While dietary fat is essential, the types of fat matters immensely. When we rely heavily on fried foods, think deep-fried chicken, French fries, or battered fish. We are often consuming a double dose of unhealthy fats, saturated fats from the oil, especially if reused, and potentially trans fats formed during the high heat frying process. Depending on the oil used, these foods are also typically high in calories but low in nutrients and fiber. Similar to refined carbs, the impact of these fats goes beyond heart health. They contribute to inflammation, which, as we've established, is linked to a whole host of age-related issues. From joint pain to cognitive decline, diets high in unhealthy fats can also negatively affect gut health and may even impact mood. For older adults, who may have slower metabolisms and be less active, the extra calories and inflammatory burden from these foods are particularly detrimental, contributing to weight gain, fatigue, and a general feeling of poor health. So, what's the golden alternative when it comes to fats? Our fourth and final food champion is healthy unsaturated fats and omega-3s, again from plant sources. We've already sung the praises of omega-3s from fatty fish, but it's worth highlighting that healthy fats, in general, are incredibly beneficial and should be a cornerstone of an aging diet. Think avocados, nuts like walnuts, almonds, pecans, seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, olive oil, especially extra virgin, and other vegetable oils like canola or sunflower oil in moderation. While plant-based omega-3s, ALA found in flax seeds and walnuts aren't converted as efficiently to the active forms EPA and DHA as those from fish, they still offer benefits. And these foods are rich in other healthy unsaturated fats. These healthy fats do the opposite of unhealthy ones. They help improve cholesterol levels, raising HDL, the good kind, and lowering LDL, the bad kind, reduce inflammation, and support heart health. Olive oil, a staple of the Mediterranean diet, is particularly well regarded for its monounsaturated fats and antioxidants, which are protective against heart disease and support brain health. Nuts and seeds are not only packed with healthy fats but also provide protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals, making them incredibly nutrient-dense snacks. Avocados are another fantastic source of monounsaturated fats, fiber, potassium, and various vitamins. Incorporating these healthy fats into your diet is delicious and beneficial. Use olive oil for cooking and salad dressings instead of butter or margarine. Snack on a handful of unsalted nuts instead of crackers or chips. Add avocado to your sandwiches, salads, or smoothies. Sprinkle seeds over your yogurt or oatmeal. Include nuts or seeds in your baking. These fats provide sustained energy, help you absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, and contribute to brain health, supporting memory and cognitive function. They are essential building blocks for cell membranes throughout your body. Choosing healthy fats helps reduce the inflammatory load on your body, potentially easing joint discomfort and supporting overall vitality. It helps protect your heart and arteries, ensuring good circulation. It provides the right kind of fuel for your brain, keeping it sharp, and because healthy fats are more satisfying, they can help you feel fuller, supporting healthy weight management. It's about replacing fats that clog and inflame with fats that nourish and protect. So, we've talked about steering clear of processed meats, sugary drinks, refined carbs, and unhealthy fats. And we've explored the power of fatty fish, plain or infused water, whole grains and fiber, and healthy unsaturated fats. Remember, this isn't about perfection overnight. It's about making conscious choices more often. Every meal, every snack, is an opportunity to choose foods that work for your body, not against it. You might be thinking, that sounds like a lot of change. But really, it boils down to a simple principle: choose whole. Unprocessed foods more often than highly processed ones. Nature provides us with incredible fuel. Our bodies are designed to thrive on it. Making these shifts, even gradually, can lead to noticeable differences in how you feel: more energy, less discomfort, better digestion, and a clearer mind. It's about empowering yourself through your food choices. You have the power to influence your health and happiness every single day. Don't feel overwhelmed. Start small. Maybe this week you focus on swapping your usual sugary drink for water. Next week, try replacing white bread with whole wheat. Small, consistent steps build momentum and lead to lasting habits. Celebrate every healthy choice you make, and don't be too hard on yourself if you occasionally enjoy something from the avoid list. Balance is important, but making the better choice most of the time is what truly matters. Think about the life you want to live. Do you want to feel weighed down and tired, or vibrant and ready to embrace each day? Your food choices are a powerful tool in achieving that second picture. Fueling your body with nutrient-dense foods is an investment in your future self. It's an investment in your energy, your independence, and your ability to enjoy the things you love. I truly hope this has been helpful and inspiring for you. Changing lifelong habits can be challenging, but it is absolutely achievable. And the rewards in terms of how you feel are immense. I'd love to hear from you. What are some of your biggest challenges with healthy eating? Or what's one healthy food swap you've made that you've found really beneficial? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help someone else in our community. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up. It helps others find this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel for more tips and guidance on living your best, most vibrant life at every age. Remember, you are capable of making positive changes, and your health is your greatest asset. Live your best life at every age.